If you're a heat and air machine technician or even a salesperson, when are you the absolute most vulnerable to your sales process and losing deals, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California. A perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. I'm coming to you live for HVAC Technicians Sales Secrets. Okay, so I've lined out the 5 times that you are the absolute most vulnerable to lose deals, to be taken advantage of, and to end up with a lot of problems in your life. Now, I will share with you some of these steps have happened to me, so I will have to give you a couple of insights. So there are people that you work with that will take advantage of situations, and they pretend to be your friends, and they pretend face to face that they like you, but the second that you're wounded, the second that you have personal issues, the second that you have things going on in your life, they look to take advantage. And this is dangerous because you're thinking, this person is my friend. This person is really somebody who cares about me, until they don't. And so the way that they may take advantage of you is they may pound you into the ground. They may needle you. They may come after you. They may create a bunch of issues. They may go to management members and talk trash on you. They may be part of the management team and talk trash on you. Or they could go to an owner and create a whole bunch of issues. And it could just be the hearsay. It could be the back and forth. They could play games with your leads. They could play games with your end result, with your sales. And so here's the intro to the 5 places that you are the absolutely most vulnerable and you really need to pay attention, okay? Super importante, pay attention. And the first is when you're struggling with money, right? Because your focus really isn't on the game. Your focus is trying to get even or to find that missing money or to pay bills or just simply to eat. And so be aware, there are people out there that are scoundrels that the second that they see something wrong with you, they see it, they hear it, and they feel it. And they're like, there's something wrong, I'm gonna take advantage. So once again, they could talk trash behind you, they could give you excess work, they could try to destroy your work product, or they could go to the managers or the management team or the ownership and play some games. Second on this list is when you're struggling in a relationship, personal relationship, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It could even be a problem with a kid. It could be a problem with a grandparent. It could be just whatever's going on in life that could be distracting you from your roles and your responsibilities as a salesperson. It could be that thing that's pulling your attention away. You know, and like you may show up to work one day and people can see, like you can look at me some days and you're like, hey Scott, something's wrong, right? And there are people looking for opportunities against you that are like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I'm gonna take advantage of this, right? And they're looking for you to have those problems. They're excited when you have those issues face to face. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry. What can I do to help? And they're fake. They're fake. This can also come after a bad breakup. So you have the love of your life. We'll put the heart right here. Pitter patter. Got the love of your life, and that dude or that chick leaves you. You could be married, could be boyfriend, girlfriend, and that breakup is emotionally devastating. And what happens is like when you're emotionally devastated, people can see it on you. You walk slower, you talk slower, you're sad. This, hi, my name's Scott, has happened to me, okay? So be aware that you are vulnerable at this point for somebody to come in and take advantage of the situation. And like they look at it as like, okay, if this was a race, you just got a flat tire. If this was a race, your car got in a car accident. Now I'm gonna get a couple laps ahead of you. This right here is why you should join my email publication. I will give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel, which means private coaching or private training, discounted coaching or discounted training. Go to this URL above my head, type it into our browser, just drop in your name and your email address. Okay, we're gonna go to some more serious issues, and some of these may require you to see a professional. I'm not a doctor, attorney, marriage counselor, or therapist, but like there are people that you could talk to, and it could be like mental issues. Things that you're going through in life, just struggles. Like I've got a good friend, Bob Beverly, he's a therapist, and he's like, Scott, you know, if your tooth hurts, what do? He goes, you go to the dentist. If your ear hurts, you go to a doctor. If you get a flat tire in your car, you go to the tire shop. He goes, what happens when you hurt mentally? And I was like, that's a good question. He goes, you see a therapist. So there are times in your life where you might have to go see a mental health professional. Now, depending upon the state, depending upon the city, the jurisdiction you're in, there's times where you keep that to yourself. And like when you're struggling, you find out who your friends are, and you even find out who your enemies are even faster. Just heads up. Mental health is one of those things where you're like, if you tell people the wrong stuff, they're going to be like, we're going to crash your race car. We're going to spin you out. You're going to get stuck in in the express lane trying to get stuff fixed, and we're going to lap around you and we're going to take advantage of you, right? Good to know. And then last on this list is a death in the family, or a death of a loved one, or a death of a friend, or even of a pet. And all of these things have happened to me. Everything on this list, all 5 of these things have happened to me. And then there has been times in my life where either A, people have taken advantage of it, B, people tried to take advantage of it, or C, people thought they could and didn't realize that you could start seeing these patterns after a while. So here's how you work with this. When you have a friend or even a coworker that you're around and they struggle, you look for the vultures. You look for the scoundrels, and you're like, okay, my friend over here is having a problem. Who's the one going after them? Who's the team that's trying to subvert them? Who's the team who's trying to push them under? Because when it becomes my turn, I need to watch out for those people. All right. Now, I want to have you be aware of one group that can distract you. And there are people out there that will encourage you face to face. I'm your friend, I'm your buddy, I'm your pal, I love you. But in all realities, the second that they got the advantage to get a couple of steps ahead of you, they're no longer your friend, they're no longer your buddy, they're no longer your pal. They become, in essence, your enemy. So be aware. There's fantastic people in your life. There's people who will add value to your life, absolutely. But be aware, there's going to be people who create a lot of problems, a lot of issues for you, and you won't, and you don't think it's going to be the person that you think it is. Just pay attention. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3, find the subscribe button, click on it. Every time I send out a video, you will get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.